Hi everyone, Valerio and Stjepan here. Valerio is not on camera today, just like John wasn't because my OBS is still kind of messed up. Hello Valerio.
Hello guys.
So Valerio and I played our second training game on Saturday. And, well, okay, I'm not going to say anything yet. Valerio, did you prepare for the game?
Yeah, I did prepare, but I did not know how to actually prepare or for which opening, because I knew that you have some new openings, and I didn't know if you are going to play the Caro-Kann or the Scandinavian, or maybe even something else. But I mostly prepared against Caro-Kann and Scandinavian.
Okay. So which Scandinavian variation did you prepare against?
Queen a5.
Oh, no, I don't play that. I play Queen d8.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
so I should not. Just kidding.
I wanted to play the Sicilian.
Okay.
And I was going to play the Knight c6 Sicilian, but then
Pre-moved or what?
No. That's what happened against John. I played c6 involuntarily, reflex. Yeah. But against you, I wanted to play the Caro-Kann because I figured you would prepare. And I wanted to see something. Okay, yeah, we arranged that I was going to play black a day before the game. And, well, I have to be honest, I didn't prepare. I didn't have time. I wish I had.
Yeah.
Okay, so e4, c6, d4, d5. Let me just turn off the audio here. Sound silent. Okay. And you played the advanced variation. Why?
Yeah. First of all, because I played the two knights in our first game. And so I thought when you prepare something in the Caro-Kann, you maybe prepare something in the two knights. And I was trying to go for the Tal variation because I know you play bishop f5. F5, yeah. And I thought that you would maybe prepare against a short. Yeah, well, you played the game against John the day before and the short variation, or 2 days, I don't know. But I thought in some videos you said that you prepared against good moves, but not against the bad moves.
In the short variation?
No, in general.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best moves replies better than the bad ones.
Well, so everybody has that problem.
Yeah, I also think so. But so I tried the Tal variation. It was also an initiative where I lagged on the last game, and I think I find better moves.
It's more aggressive than the short variation. The problem is that I really like playing against it. Okay. And I played the game against the Slovakian Grandmaster in the Tal variation, and that's where I did most of my work on the variation. And I played that move Bishop e7, which I also played in this game, which is not good according to the engines. But, okay, we are going to come to a weird point in the game where you played a move I didn't understand at all, and I thought I had to be better. But anyway, so you prepared the Tal, and I was happy to see that. I expected you to have prepared it. Bishop d3 I'm not sure about.
But actually, I had not prepared the moves. I prepared like this. I looked at games where white won in the Tal variation, and also kind of try to figure out what are the main variations and what are not. And that's why I also spent some time in the opening. Yeah. Because you went for kind of the moves that everybody went for. And so I had to figure out what was played there or what was the idea. So my preparation was more idea-based than theoretical, I would say.
Yeah, well, that's good because the Tal variation is a setup that revolves around these 5 squares.
Yeah.
often, and
And
white tries to attack.
Yeah, and I was actually going to play, when you play h6, I wanted to play this pawn sacrifice on e6.
After h4?
Not h4, h6.
So h4, h6?
No. Yeah, and first of all, g4.
Wait.
So
Okay,
h6,
G4? G4?
Yeah, and then bishop e4.
Okay, and then e6. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you provoke f3, so my knight cannot go there.
Yeah, I don't play h6. h6 is weak.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because okay, queen takes d3, e6 is normal, bishop g5 is normal, and now queen b6 can be played. Knight e7 is the best move, I think. F6 can be played. I've played f6 before. What do you do against f6? Check?
I had to figure it out, but
Well, the check is the most challenging move, but I don't think white has anything here.
okay.
I think this is a very good line for black, despite my king being stupid, but I managed to solve all of my problems. I think the engine thinks white is winning here, but
the e6 pawn is pretty weak, I would say. It's
but okay, you can castle queenside, but you need to figure out what to do with your queen first, and
okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, okay, the position is ridiculous, but f6 can be played.
Yeah.
Okay, so but I play bishop e7, which is normal, and knight f3 is normal. Knight h6 is also a normal move. Knight c3 I don't really like that much. I prefer the knight on d2 for white. But knight c3 is probably, according to the engines, better. I just think that once these exchanges happen, then you want to have another knight coming into f3.
Yeah.
And that can often, because let's say you play knight d2, let's say I play knight d7.
Yeah, but actually, yeah. I had there was another plan with knight c3.
Okay.
It happened in a game, so.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we are going to discuss that.
Yeah.
So, okay, knight f5, which is thematic, normal, I don't know, preparing f6. And now knight e2, which when I saw knight e2, and that's obviously your plan behind knight c3, I had no idea what to do. And I didn't know this position at all. And I thought that it has to be ridiculous to play knight g3. And I could have played this better. Another thing I was looking at is knight g1, knight h3, which also makes sense, but not that much. So I thought that, you're obviously going to play knight g3, and I couldn't see a reason behind that. So my plan was first to castle queenside as soon as possible. But then, for some reason, I didn't manage that, and obviously it's because the move works. So I played knight d7, knight g3, and if I don't take... I've looked at g6 for a while. Did you look at that move?
In the game, not. Okay. I thought when I put my knight on g3, I thought, so I give you the choice: you exchange it, or I will exchange it.
Okay, but this should be fine for me.
Yeah, I would have to figure that out, but this pawn structure looks pretty solid.
Yeah, there are no weaknesses now. The only weak square is g5, but what do you do with that? I'm going to play knight f8, knight g6.
Yeah, I don't know. I would...
I've played g takes f5 many times, and but not with the knight on g3. It's usually when the knight is on e3. Or when the bishop takes the knight. When the bishop is on d3, queen still on d1, and then bishop takes f5.
I mean, oh no, that doesn't work. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. I wanted to play g6, but then I thought, what do you have? I'm just going to take. And so here I realized that it wasn't as easy because you can just castle.
Yeah.
and I don't know what to do. I thought about queen b6, bishop e7, king e7, and then I can play rook f8. But then you have something like queen h7, and I can play g6, and I'm not sure if your queen is bad or not. So I guess you take.
Yeah.
And I don't know, castles. And
Yeah,
I was going to play this.
Okay.
Because now my king is safe, and this was probably better than what I played in the game. And if you ever move your knight here, I can take.
Okay. So... there's a... now it comes up some problem that I have had also in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not obvious how white can attack the black king. And I was trying to figure that out. And that's why I don't... I mean, the bishop exchange on e7 is often played.
Yeah.
But I did not know why, because sometimes you need some more pieces, because now I have just a knight, 2 rooks, and a queen, and I mean, 1 rook isn't attacking.
Yeah, but my rooks don't have any squares at all. That's the difference. You actually do have 2 rooks. I don't have. Unless I play f6, I don't have anything. And then e6 is weak.
Yeah.
Or I can play c5 and get my rook back to c8 or something like.
Yeah, my question is, when I put my rook on the e file, is this good or not? Because your queen can take my pawns, but...
Yeah.
Like...
So I don't know. I wanted to play queen b6.
Yeah, I also thought you would play that at some point.
Yeah, that was what I usually play, and taking with the king on e7 is not bad. My king is not worse than on g8, because on g8 is really unsafe because of this. But I ended up playing c5, and I was worried about c4, but I guess that doesn't work, because I can take and then check with the bishop.
I mean,
check with the queen.
I was considering c4, but I did not like that in the end. Yeah, it's... I activate also your pieces. Like your rook can now even come with tempo, and maybe you are getting even a better development than I have.
Yeah, so c3 is probably correct. And now taking on d4, I'm not sure if that's what I should have played. I was trying to either move your queen away from the light squares or move your knight from g5. So we have to take with the pawn, and now I have this diagonal open. And now my worst move in the game probably was bishop b4 check. I played that instantly. I remember that move. And I was thinking, well, I'm going to exchange some pieces off. Because I didn't consider you moving the king at all. And
really?
Yeah, no, I didn't. Because I thought if your king goes to the d file, then, I mean, what do you do there? If it goes to the f2 square, then you have to play rook f1, king g1, which happened in the game. And yeah, I didn't realize that moving my queen and then either moving my queen or returning the bishop is just a waste of tempo. And that, well, I guess king f2 doesn't change the position that much, because if I play something normal, like rook c8, you can just castle. And in this position, once I check, you move your king and I move my bishop back. It's white to move, but you've played one stupid move, so you can't castle. So you have to play rook f1, and then you're going to play king g1. So so it's probably not that big of a deal, but the move makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah,
with that.
And now 2 more moves that make no sense. So I probably should have played rook c8 or queen b6 or knight b6, knight c4 or f6. F6 is probably the best move here, and allowing your queen to check. I'm scared of that, but I need to find some counterplay. If I don't, I'm just going to lose. At least when your king is on f2.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If you take here, I can at least, I don't know, exchange the bishop off, or get my knight into g6 and into e4. So, but probably just this, and I'm much worse. I'm not sure. So maybe not f6.
It looks dangerous now when the rook is also on the f file. To open it up, it doesn't seem that natural.
Yeah, and castles. If you take, I take knight g5. I can just play g6, and they didn't see a problem with this. I mean, I don't think you have such a strong attack. You can always play g4, but well.
But I think it's always difficult because my king is right now on f2, so I don't know if I have to play it before that. But I think in this variation, every move counts.
Yeah.
That's why the moves that are played in the game are kind of ridiculous or brave to play,
or stupid to play,
or stupid.
So, but I don't know what to do. I mean, I really don't know what to do. If I try to defend with castling, I'm probably going to lose because of g4 and h5. If I try castling queenside, you can just play rook c1 immediately. If I take your bishop, you play knight g5.
What about just rook c8 and just saying that your king is perfectly fine there? I mean, in the end, it was that I could explore that file.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, rook c8 was definitely better than what I did, but still, I need to find the move now. I don't have a move. You're just going to play rook f2, rook a f1, and then I'm going to be in trouble. And if I ever castle and stuff happens on f7, I'm just going to lose. So I would say that this is already much better for white, but after what I did, it's much, much better for white. So I played a6.
Yeah.
There's no real queenside attack here, but I figured, well, if we are going to have a status quo on the king side, I might as well try to do something. You are still going to have to waste a couple of moves to do something. Well, after b5 and rook f2, I realized that I'm completely busted. There is no way to defend this position. I thought for here it says on the screen I had 26 minutes and 57 seconds. After my next move I had 21 minutes, so this was my biggest thing.
Yeah. And I think knight f8 is actually a good move.
I don't know, that's the only move I could find that saves the position.
Yeah, okay. It's something deterred. Is it a word? Like when something is deterred?
Yeah, to deter something means to stop something from happening.
Okay.
I think. Okay, I'm not sure. Sorry to all of you native English speakers. Okay, so my thinking here was, if I castle, I lose. If you play rook f1, I lose. So I lose. And what do? I mean, if you're just going to take my bishop, play knight g5. I don't have f6 anymore because queen g6 is deadly.
Yeah.
And then you just double and win. So I'm not sure if there's a defense to this. I'm actually going to turn on the engine now for this move.
Okay.
Because I want to...
okay, +3.
Castles is the best move. Okay, now knight f8 is the best move. So b4.
What?
Okay, I'm wondering why castles is good, but okay, let's just see the line. Castles takes, queen takes, knight g5, f5. Okay.
I mean, I would like to figure it out what I'm threatening with knight g5.
Well, the e6 pawn and the h5 pawn.
Well, before.
Eventually.
Okay.
What you're threatening with knight g5 is opening up the f file, and
no, I mean, yeah. Oh, well, okay. The checkmate. Yeah.
But it's not only that. That can be defended with f5. But when f5 is played, there are tons of weaknesses. So okay, I played knight f8. The plan was to secure the g6 square and the e6 pawn and see what happens. So bishop e7, queen e7. Here you played queen c2.
Yeah, because I thought, as you may notice before, I did not know really when I play knight g5 where everything is going to end.
Yeah.
I mean, right now you have to defend, but what if you just play f6 or?
Now I can play knight g6.
Yeah, knight g6, and wait. After instead of queen c2, knight g5.
Yeah, I cannot play knight g6. Yeah, because
But what after f5 or f6?
Yeah,
I didn't know if there is really anything.
Well, that's why I played knight f8 just to stop this check and to defend this pawn. I mean,
yeah. And that's why I did not play knight g5.
Yeah, in this position, after knight f8, I didn't think it worked. I think queen c2 is good. It's a threat, and I have to think.
Yeah, and I thought, I mean, then I take just the e file as a c file.
Yeah, yeah. And I this was the move. I don't know why.
No, this wasn't the move. I played knight.
No, I
queen.
know the engine likes. I'm going to turn it off. The engine likes queen c8 check. Okay. You played rook c1, which is, in my opinion, much better. And now the game is over. Black has been losing for a while, but now it's really over. I played f6, trying to give my king an escape square. Queen c6 check, queen d7, queen c5, king f7, and now the final blow, the tactic which I didn't even consider. I just was waiting to lose, didn't want to resign. f6, and I took because why not? And knight e5 check. So I have to say I haven't been defeated in the Caro-Kann like this in a long while. So great job. Knight c3, knight e2, knight g3 is something that I'm going to have a long look at. I didn't have the time to analyze the game, but this idea seems really strong. And this idea might, I might start playing the Tal Variation myself because of this. Because most people are going to take on g3.
Yeah, as the game shows, it's really, there are so many ideas with this open file in the end. After the second file was open, I thought I was really winning.
Well,
but I have
look
to
at
say,
the move. Wait, knight g3, and it's fine. Knight g3. How can knight g3 be a good move?
What about g6?
Yeah.
Then plus.
I think this would be much easier to play for me. It doesn't matter what the engine says. This is just easier.
Yeah, I don't know what's the idea.
Well, the idea is keep my king on e8. I can't be attacked.
No,
really.
For white.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Probably move the knight and play f3, g4.
And just say I have a great position.
You have to break this open. If you don't, you're not.
But I not really can move. I do not.
Yeah, you
can move the knight because of the bishop. Yeah.
And now it's equal. Now it's the same evaluation after knight takes g3. So the engine likes g6 as well. Okay, and knight takes g3, f takes g3, queen a5. Okay, c5 I guess has to be correct. c5 is correct. cd4 correct. And now bishop b4 has to be horrible.
Queen a5 you want?
No, I wouldn't play queen a5. I don't know. But what do I do? What's the best move? Queen a5 check is the best move. And why? Is there a plan? What if I just play rook c8? Whoa.
So I think the computer likes the idea that I have to waste the tempo to make my attack work, but
yeah, this is a really instructive game, and this idea with knight c3, knight e2, knight g3 won the game. So great job. I mean, did you come up with that over the board or before the game?
I saw it sometime one time. I don't.
What was the
yeah,
game? Do you remember?
I have to look it up again. But
okay, if you can paste the name of the game or the link to chess games in the comments to the video.
Okay.
I want to look at that game. I've never seen it before, and I didn't think it was good, but yeah, it looks deadly. Okay, do you have anything to add, Valerio?
No, it was just a great game. Well, for me at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it shows some the danger is sometimes, even though I have a weak king side, you cannot exploit it. So you cannot count this as a weakness. Because sometimes people are scared to have an open king, but here it's perfectly fine.
It's definitely fine. Once again, great job and congratulations.
Thank you.
This sort of makes me proud, if you can understand that. And I'm really happy that you managed to prepare so well and crush me in the Caro-Kann. So great job. And I'm also happy that I managed to learn a lot from this game. Okay, thanks very much for watching, everybody. If you have any questions for Valerio or for me, just ask in the comments. And see you later. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye-bye.
Bye.